told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from Indianapolis. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Colts at 13-3 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as their...
And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Taylor again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at the 34. A first down throw for Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, coverage. I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down. To throw, Mills. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Mills to throw for it on 4th. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 6-0 our score after 1. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Mills. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right, it was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. First and 10, Taylor now. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are once again back in front. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 27, Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Caught by Allen. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Mills throw there complete to Allen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He finds his target, Allen.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll try and run for it. Room here to run. The 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Ryan on 1st down.
And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the
into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Apke.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Play action. It's Ryan. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, Mills.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mills dancing to his left.
And Mills is intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Troy Apke.
And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Paris Campbell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play fake, Mills. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Quiddy Pay able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Down to the 25. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Colts extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mills now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Mills again. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Mills over the middle. That's caught by Mechie.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Throwing, Mills.
Eluding the pressure right. And now here's another interception.
And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only... And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for